Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of Hard Racing with me, Roll Cage TV. We do the best scan with what I've got. With a lot of talents, but a lot of final season. This is race 4 of 8 season. Oh, I think maybe my stream monitor is lagging, so let me restart that. Because it doesn't say that I'm dropping frames, but I am dropping my audio in my monitor, so I should restart that every okay, sounds good so far. I'm monitoring it on a tablet with Wi-Fi, and I have good Wi-Fi. And I've only got it on like 480 or something, but it's still. All right, let's start it. Oh, interval starting, so everybody start in front of me. Oh, la 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 la. Notice the shame. It's the weight of shame as all the stewards are all facing forward. Nobody's even looking, even glancing back here at me. Oh, wait, nope, somebody on the left there. Oh, she looked right past me. Look, they're applauding for the people in the front. Well, some of those people look like spectators. But the marshals, I guess they're called marshals. The marshals are, I could tell that because it says marshal on the little IV thing. But the fans, they're waving at the people that already went. Oh boy. Just when you think you're near the front of the line. One of the things I would change about the game is I would not force you to wait until everyone who qualified ahead of you go. 90 seconds, a minute and a half, enough time to go take a comfort break and come back. Okay, is anybody actually going to look at me, make eye contact? Oh, that guy does. He makes eye contact. Oh, this guy's retired. This is a model of the actual guy that would start every Isle of Man race. Tap you on the shoulder. But he's retired now. Oh, darn it. Oh, I did it again. I didn't wait for the lights properly. Oh well. The 20-second penalty is going to make absolutely no difference. I get confused when it. Well, that's just a me thing. The lights come on. It's like, oh, the lights are on. Oh, wait, they're red. Because the lights don't show up until you get there. The lights don't show up when you first come to the line, which they should be, right? Don't they turn red immediately? In real life? Maybe not. I mean, they're there. They don't appear on your screen. They don't count down the lights, but you don't get to see them until you get to the line. Or you don't see them as soon as you get to the line. They don't appear on your screen as soon as you get to the line, is what I'm trying to say. And so when they suddenly appear on my screen, my clutch finger twitches. I'm ready to go. Slow down enough. Make the turn, yeah. Oh, I wish I could do nice sweeping turns. The handling is much more difficult, and I'm on the beginner handling level than earlier games. There's I think it's a longer, more realistic, but longer lean delay. so it's a longer delay in steering. If you're not familiar with motorcycle racing games, they are in general harder than auto racing games. And not just because you can't fall off of your car when you're racing, hopefully. If you fall off your car while you're racing, you're doing it wrong. But also because of the steering delay, you steer by leaning, and so racing games will mimic that by, putting in a slight lag between the time that you give the input and the time that your driver actually reacts to that input. I guess to mimic, you start to give your body the physical command of leaning, and it takes a while for them to actually lean. Although this delay is, I think, longer than it would be in real life. It's a considerable delay. It doesn't, I should try to do that. I should do the old Toys, the movie Toys, one of my favorite movies of all time. Robin Williams, bless him. He is one of my favorite. And there's a scene in that where they're playing a VR game, like before VR was even a thing. The game, it's an old movie. And they're all leaning and raising their arms because they're doing like what's it called? Roller coaster. And so it's a very funny scene. It's like 3 in a row, or 3 of them together. Section 2, alright. But anyway, I should do like that. I should try to lean while I'm moving the stick and see if I can lean faster than the delay. I'm pretty sure I can. And that lag will really hurt you. It's not road rash, that's for sure. There's no delay in road rash. Skip the free practice. Was it Road Rash? Oh, love that game. You should be able to carry a chain with you in this game too. That would improve the game so much. I've been playing motorcycle racing games since before Road Rash. What was the first motorcycle? I can't think of it. I want to say it was On something, but that might be an auto racing game. I can't think of it. I did have Road Rash on, well, not the Atari 2600, which is my first video game was a Pong. Actually, Magnavox sued, was it Atari? Whoever released Pong, because Magnavox actually had the patents for it. And whoever released Pong, I want to say it was Atari, but I don't know. Whoever released Pong had to pay them big bucks for patent infringement. And I had a Magnavox Odyssey. I had an Odyssey 2, not the original Odyssey. I wish I had had the original Odyssey now, just so I could say I had the very first video game. Are you guys far enough along? Probably. That's how old I am. But yeah, I love the Odyssey 2. I still have fond memories of it. If I had a television I could plug it into, well, there's probably an adapter. I don't know how much I'd have to pay on eBay to get, not sponsored, to get an Odyssey 2. But it would almost be worth it. I bet there is an adapter to HDI, whatever the name of the, I want to say it's 4 letters. Whatever the input I can, almost recovered. See no, you can't see the delay because you don't know how long it's, when I'm turning the stick. You can see how long it takes the driver, I suppose, to lean. I mean, I imagine in real life you even though I could lean, I don't think on a real bike you would, at going at speed, you would want to lean instantly. I don't know. I've never driven a racing bike. The only actual motorcycles I've ever driven were like, just a small bike, and not very often a borrowed bike. When I was much younger and more daring, with a helmet. I live in Minnesota. It's a rider helmet required state, but not, or a passenger required state, not a driver, whatever they would call it. So you do see people around, even in the wintertime, you'll see people riding their motorcycles without a helmet, which the definition of crazy has got to have that in there somewhere. Born to ride. I suppose if you've hit your head enough times, you don't know the difference. You think it's a good idea. People that ride around without a helmet in the wintertime in Minnesota, without a helmet, even a bicycle, and bicycles are big here in the Twin Cities area. You see lots of people riding bicycles in the wintertime. It's like Darwin Award stuff. At least if you're on a motorcycle, you're probably not going to take anyone else with you, so unless it's another motorcyclist. But I don't want to particularly be driving, on the freeway and have somebody splash it in front of me. That would be disturbing. I remember walking across a bridge that had like a peacock or something on it, like a really exotic bird that obviously escaped from somewhere. And walking on the bridge, and it's like, there's absolutely nothing I can do to help catch this thing, which is way before like mobile phones and stuff. And I got past the bird, and then I heard a thump, and it's like, oh no, I'm not looking. See, that's something you would not want to experience, is hitting something on the road. Even an animal you don't want to experience hitting on the road, right? Let alone a motorcyclist who's just spilled his bike and his body parts across the road right in front of you. Wear a helmet, folks. Wear a helmet. And I mean, if you're riding in the wintertime, even with a helmet, you're an idiot, but even under good conditions, I don't think the roads are good enough traction for a motorcycle. But what do I know? I just said I don't know anything about riding a motorcycle. Oh, wait, I thought that was, for some reason when I said end session, it highlighted number 8. I was like, did I finish 8th? No, wait, I gotta scroll down to here. Yeah, finished way below 8th. Yeah. I don't even want to look at anymore. Last season, folks. Be moving on to another game after this. Oh, that was cool. And it started in the air there. Let's see, race number 5. We've got 8 to go, and then the big qualifier, and raining, of course. Oh, full circuit. We get to do it again. How many laps? 3 laps. All right. Fortunately, again, it's near the start of a stream, so I'll be able to get this in. I won't have to, or start of between breaks on stream, start of a YouTube episode. near the start. The qualifier, I will start probably do a whole section on its own, but we'll see. I will not be mass start. Good. Hold the clutch. Sorry, pre-apologize for the motion blur in the rain. Can't avoid it. Streaming at the highest quality I possibly can. But especially on YouTube, when they recompress it, motion blur isn't great. Come watch the show live. Twitch.tv/RollCageUnderbarTV. It's right on your screen. It's also in the description if watching on YouTube. It's also on my home pages. YouTube.com/@RollCageTV. I think there's lag too between the time that you turn the controller and he starts to lean. It's like double lag. I don't know, maybe there's lag on the Xbox version or the console versions more than the PC versions. But I kind of doubt it. Some of that's myth, some of that's real. There's professionals will say that, oh, there's too much lag on console controls, but I'm not sure based on what I've read. I don't think that's really true, or at least it's not noticeable for anyone but the most skilled pros. I mean, people play professional Rocket League with on consoles, so at the highest level. So I don't know how real that is, but I assume that the esports professionals have all the best equipment, especially if they are playing for big name team sponsors that can afford to give them the hardware or let them use hardware. But yeah, it's not like the millisecond delay you might have on from playing on a console. It's considerable delay, and the lag on the steering is most noticeable when you have to counter steer, because you hold the stick a little bit to the left, right? Go on the left turn, and then there's a delay, and then you have to move the stick to the right for a sweeping right turn, or even if there isn't a sweeping turn, if it's just a single turn, you need to bring the stick back to the right, like that. Because you have a tendency when you're going around a turn to not stop your turn. If you're just very shortly turning the stick to the left, and there's a delay between when you turn the stick and your driver actually turns, the bike actually starts to turn, then you might oversteer, right? You're going to steer too far because you're waiting, you're moving the stick a little bit farther maybe than you should, or holding it a little bit more than you should. And even when you let go of the stick, it doesn't, snap back. If you completely let go of the stick, it centers, but it doesn't center very quickly. It centers very slowly. So you have to kind of counter steer to get the bike to come back. But with the lag, it's really noticeable. I didn't really, I've talked about it before, but I didn't really put two and two together that this game has more lag than other games, and that's part of what makes it perhaps more realistic, but also much harder. In the easier physics level, you still have quite a bit of lag, lean lag, we'll call it, or I'll call it. You can call it anything you want, but lean lag, I'll call it, which makes it much harder to control the bike. It didn't really occur to me that, I mean, there is some that you always get in a racing game, like, see, oh, it took me forever for that bike to get back to where I wanted it to go on that little sweeping turn, because it like had to finish my first turn, and then I was already steering to the second direction, and it was still continuing to lean. I don't know if it was a left and a right. Let's say it was a left and a right. It was still leaning to the left, still steering to the left after I had already turned the stick full, full to starboard, turned it full to the right for the counter. So yeah, it's a very difficult game to control your bike. Very fun, but yeah, not as much fun for me. Even the ride, not as much fun for me. I think because of that lag. It never really occurred to me that there's more lag in this game than in other racing games. I guess I haven't played them back to back. Play this game and then play back to back, play Isle of Man 2. And I love Isle of Man 2. I could see there again. It wasn't, Isle of Man 2. I can really sweep the turns. It's really fun to be taking these nice long sweeping turns. And in this game, I have the skill to do a sweeping turn in that game, but not in this game. I'm constantly counter steering and warbling around and stuff. So I don't know. I think LCK might be a little cracked. Maybe his brain just works faster than mine because he's 20 years younger or something. Maybe more. I don't know how old he is. I think he's at least 20 years younger. He never played on an original Odyssey, Magnavox Odyssey game console. That's for sure. He probably wasn't even alive when video games came to the bowling alleys and pinball arcades. I remember that. I don't think. Did I see an original Pong? I know I saw, space. I remember clearly Space Invaders coming to the arcades. I don't remember. It's been so long. They did have Pong consoles. I must have seen it. Like I said, I was already in my teens by the time that happened. Pong came out over 50 years ago. I watched I was trying to figure out. I figured, it's got to be around 50 years. Has it been 50 years? And yeah, it's been more than 50 years. But I do clearly remember Space Invaders. And Lunar Lander. I played a lot of Lunar Lander. I love Lunar. We're talking lag. Lunar Lander had some lag. I love that game. If you're not familiar with Lunar Lander, Google it. I'm not gonna describe it to you. Bing it. Bing it. If you want your Microsoft reward points, bing it. Oh. Somehow on the Xbox they changed the rewards. They don't have the independent rewards app anymore. And on the Microsoft Rewards app, it only gives me the option of getting the highest level of Xbox, the highest level of Xbox certificate. What is it called? The convert to money Xbox gift certificate thing. I don't know what they call it. I guess they do call it gift certificate. Anyway, they only give you the option now of getting the highest level that you're eligible for, right? And I've got almost very close to $50 saved up in my rewards points. But I don't want to get a $50 gift certificate because you only got 90 days to spend it. And so I'm going to probably have to cash out a $25 one before I'm eligible, which I'm going to be eligible within the next couple days. Because on the website you can still do it. On the tablet app, they tell you to go to the website. So I go to the website, and but I'm getting an error to cash the gift certificate regardless. And I opened up a Microsoft Rewards support ticket, and I can't find a way to look up the status of it, and I haven't gotten a response. I see somebody chatting. Hold on a second. What's the difference between 3 and 2? Gameplay and physics difference. Yes, definitely physics difference. I was just talking earlier, just a few minutes ago, that I think the lean lag is a little bit longer, which makes it harder to control. If you're really if you like own a motorcycle, it may be more realistic. It's much more beautiful, but the gameplay is ridiculous in terms of the AI. If you're playing a career mode, I'm not sure I would recommend this game over 2. But if you are playing if you're just driving around doing time trials and stuff, then you can have an awful lot of fun with the game. But if you're playing career mode, even on the lowest level of AI, to give you an idea, that lag. To give you an idea, I've just recently played TTL Man 2. I do a marathon stream every quarter, and I played Man 2 on the last one, and I play this game every weekend, so I got to compare in short order the difference between Man 2 and Man 3, and I can win most races on the lowest difficulty level in Man 2, and I can compete on the medium difficulty in Man 2. And I'll finish not last on the highest difficulty, right? There's only 3 difficulty levels in Man 2. This game has 71 difficulty levels from 30 to 100. I play against the lowest AI difficulty level, and not only can I not win, I can't finish anywhere but last place unless I run into a bug. And not close last place, but way far back in last place. So if you're into the career mode, you think you want to play against the AI, I would not recommend this game. If you are into the beautiful scenery, the expanded open world, as long as you don't try the challenges, because they're also just as difficult, then I do recommend the game. But I can't say that I recommend the game if you want to play against the AI, because it's just incredibly frustrating. And as I was just saying earlier, the lean lag is probably more realistic, but it's definitely longer, which makes it much harder to keep from falling off. So it's hard to get these nice sweeping turns because you gotta really account for the lag, and then you have to, before you even finish the turn, you have to like that. Even on hard, 2 is a joke because the AI stops accelerating on the straights. Career modes is not my thing in those games. I just like the main course. Okay, then you would probably like this game. For me, I wouldn't say that the highest AI is a joke, because I can't beat the highest AI on demand. So you're probably more skilled than I am. But it's an incredible difference, an unbelievable difference. So I think even you would find the AI, I'll put it this way, the easiest level AI on this game is much, much harder than the hardest level AI on Isle of Man 2. But if you don't play against the AI, then you would probably really enjoy this game, depending on, you know, there are 3 physics levels to this game, so you can dial that in. But on the lower physics levels, there are, you still have the lean lag that's longer than the, now if you don't know what I'm talking about by lean lag, it's the time it takes the guy to lean from the time that you turn the controller, I'm playing on controller, from the time that it takes you to turn the controller to the time when he actually starts his lean, there is a lag. And it takes him longer to lean, your rider longer to lean as well. And so if I counter steer back, he's still leaning left when I counter steer back right. So yeah, it's a lot harder to control. But if you get used to that, then, you know, of course you can succeed. And you might find it more realistic. Because it's more like, on a real bike, it's a lag. It includes your brain lag from the time, not your physical. You know, you think in your brain, oh, I need to turn left now, so I'm going to start leaning left, and then you actually start leaning left. It's like that, rather than in most video games, I think it's, you know, I'm starting to lean left, and I'm going to lean left. Where in this game, it's like the controller is not keeping up with what you would in physical life. It's keeping up with your decision in your brain, not the decision in your muscles. If I'm saying that right, you know, there's a few millisecond delay between the time you decide to do something physical and you actually do it. Now, your brain usually compensates for that, so you don't even know. If you're a science geek like I am, you'll understand that. Your brain is usually, your conscious brain is often behind the timing is such that your brain syncs up with you perceive your sensory input actually later than it actually happens in your physical brain time. There's a limit to your people's reflex time, which your brain doesn't filters out. It's kind of weird. And I guess it depends on animals too. I mean, I think one of the reasons cats have faster reflexes than humans, you know, cat-like reflexes, is because they're smaller, and so it takes less time for the signal from their brain to get to their legs. I don't know. As I'm racing, to let you know, I can't read the chat while I'm racing because it's down by my side. It's not near my monitor, so you probably asked 4 questions by now, and I haven't gotten to them yet. Hold on a second. Let's see. I think the camera you're playing on doesn't help. I tried okay on cockpit before, but I found it difficult to see the road properly. Okay with the nose camera. Yeah, you know what lean lag means. I think it's a good thing. Gives weight to the rider. 2 is a lot arcade in the leaning department. Yeah. There's a big difference. Yeah, oh, jeez. I paused at the wrong time. Another thing, this game has that crackle, which other games don't. It's a microphone crackle. I can tell it by unplugging the mic, but it doesn't happen in any other game. So it's, you know, Isle of Man 2 didn't have this crackle. So the game has still not quite matured in terms of quality control. But yeah, if you find the physics of Isle of Man 2 a joke, and you're looking for something more realistic, then yes, you'll like this game more. I'm convinced of that. So, but again, if you're looking to play against the AI, I would not recommend it because it's not just a little harder; it's ridiculously harder. And I play in this view because I cannot get myself oriented to third-person view. It's not because I find this more fun, which I do find it more fun, but I've timed myself between this view and chase cam view, and I don't do any better because I get too disoriented. I think that's because I played so many driving games or auto racing games, where if those games, I hate third-person view because the camera is showing the side of my vehicle, and it's the wrong side of my vehicle, right? When I go to turn left in a auto racing game, even in like Assetto Corsa and the more realistic games, when you start to turn left, Dirt Rally 2, which I play a lot, when you start to turn left, they show you the left side of the vehicle, which means your camera is pointed completely in the wrong direction. Your eyes would be looking at the left, to the left if I'm making a left turn, not looking to the right. So I have my brain somehow does not like third-person view enough that even in a game that doesn't have that, I have a real hard time adjusting. So if I practiced, I probably would do better. Yeah, Iron Man 2 is definitely the controls are a little bit more arcadey. Although even Iron Man 2 is not like Road Rash. It's a game like a pure arcade game. It's not like ATV. MX versus ATV or something like that. So I don't know what other motorcycle racing games you've played. I've played most of them. Have you played? Once I'm finished with this playthrough, which I'm just about done with this playthrough, I'm going to start playing another game. I own Rims, but I have not played Rims. If you've played Rims, I would like to get some feedback on that. I don't know how Rims feels. I haven't even loaded up as of the time I'm streaming this. So I am going to be taking a week or two off after this to get myself acclimated to Rims. Although if you're watching on YouTube after the fact, it will immediately follow this playthrough. If the career mode is lacking in Rims, I do have a backup game picked out, though it's not a motorcycle racing game. Do you find now see, I'm asking you questions, I won't be able to read the answer for a bit. Do you find like MotoGP to be arcadey, the way you would define arcadey? I would assume so, because MotoGP is kind of like F1 in terms of the compared to some of the more sim like motorcycle or racing games like Assetto Corsa, Project Cars, that kind of thing. I'm pausing as if I can read your comment now, but I can't. Okay, I see that you have left a couple comments. I normally don't like to pause in the middle of a race because this does go out on YouTube, but I am going to pause here just so I can read this comment because it's important to me. Try the nose camera one if you don't see the bike. Never played Rims. Played Moto GP, which is also a joke because of the AI, and I never played. Yeah, the AI is much easier. MotoGP is good, I just don't like the AI. MotoGP this year feels different. Last year, when you accelerate, the bike would pick up. This year they fixed that, and you can accelerate without the bike picking up. Okay. Good, that's good feedback. The last MotoGP I have is 20. The next MotoGP I buy is going to be 25. Because I don't pay full price for just a year's worth of new stats and liveries. I have this thing about You know, I bought F1 2020, I'll buy F1 2025. I bought MotoGP 2020, I'll buy MotoGP 2025. The game doesn't change that much, usually from year to year, and they charge you full price for just maybe one new track, if there is a new track that year. Whereas some games like Dirt Rally 2 is my favorite racing game of all time, and there is a new one out now which I own but haven't played. You know, they'll have season passes you can buy, and in the season pass you might get the new. You know, well, Dirt Rally 2 isn't officially authorized, but the new version of Dirt Rally 2 is actually WRC licensed, and so they have season passes where you get any new courses, any new locations, and you get you know, the new vehicles, new liveries, new drivers. But you don't have to pay full price for it. So yeah, I have this thing against paying full price for new games. So I protest by only buying it every 5 years. So I'll look forward. It's almost 2025. I'll look forward to MotoGP 2025 then, if they fix some of the issues that they had in 2020. Ah. So, yeah, it sounds like you would like Isle of Man 3. So, yeah, I would, don't judge it based on my driving, because, you know, I'm not like an elite rider by any choice, by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not here to show anyone how it's done. I'm here to represent the average, possibly slightly below average driver. And when I mentioned Dirt Rally 2, if I do like daily events in Dirt Rally 2, which is considered by some people a pretty hard game, if I do daily events and stuff, I'll finish in the middle of the pack, a little bit higher in the middle of the pack some races, a little bit lower in other races. So I consider myself a fairly average skill level person, but you know, not average in terms of probably not average in terms of people that are really serious about the game. I had somebody in stream last week who asked about TT Isle of Man 3 because he had TT Isle of Man 2, his mate had Isle of Man 3, and he wanted to get some feedback on Isle of Man 3 from me as well. And so I laid it all out, my issues with the career mode, what the differences were, etc. And while I was streaming, he said, okay, I am going to buy it, and downloaded it and started to play it. And by the end of the stream, he keyed back and said, I hate it. I think I hate it. Now, maybe he won't hate it as much once he gets used to it, but, you know, he said, I don't even remember exactly what he said, but he was like, you know, well, I spent the money for it now, I can't get a refund, so I guess I have to keep playing it, lol. But, so, yeah, but based on your feedback, I think you'd probably like it. I'd like it better. You sound more like my friend LCK Racing, who doesn't play against the AI, is looking for a, you know, he's an avid rider in real life. It gives him more of a driver weight feeling, like you say. So yeah, you'd probably like it. It's got a bigger open world. It's got basically the entire Isle of Man as an open world, even roads that they don't normally close for the race. So you have an open world with other courses. Like this one, I'm not driving the full course. I'm driving a section of one of the other courses they have. So they have challenges in the open world like they do in Isle of Man 2, although the challenges are harder. Like everything is harder. The time limits are more severe, as well as the AI. So that's my feedback. I hope that helps. You prefer WRC? Okay, so you've played it. Let's see. I have 21 and 23, Sync 22, and I feel your F124 is a copy of last year. Yeah, that's why I don't buy them every year. Close in MotoGP. MotoGP is close in MotoGP. Okay. 23. Okay, the MotoGP is closer than 23 was. Okay, implemented adaptive AI. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Yeah, they're usually kind of, but yeah, I would like that. Prefer WRC dirt and rally games. Play WRC Generations a lot. Oh, those games. Yes, I have those old WRC games. I really like those games. A lot of people diss them, but I really like them. The new WRC game is made by Codemasters that has Dirt Rally. You were kind of good in rally. One of my favorite genres is racing since I was a kid. Yeah, me too, but I was a kid 50 years ago, so. I have watched on video the real onboard laps. I don't understand how they do that either. It's totally crazy and insane, especially knowing that if you slip up, you're not going to just have a bad run. You're going to have a real bad run. You're going to have a bad run of your life. So I cannot imagine how people could drive. I can't imagine how people would have not just the skill, but the bravery to drive around this course in real life at 160 miles an hour, whatever it turns out to be. Yeah, that's, I mean, what is the record now? I watched, I don't know from this year, they might have broken the record this year. I haven't watched it. But I know the record from last year was like 16 and a half minutes, which is insane. Whoa. Yes, I did. Speaking of the old WRC games, I have everything since WRC 5. So I have, WRC 5 through 10, and then WRC Generations. I like those games a lot. I did like those games a lot. And some people have said that they didn't like those games as much as the Dirt Rally. I like the games a lot. I think I still like Dirt Rally more. That may just be because I've played Dirt Rally since Dirt Rally, the original Dirt Rally came out. And because Dirt Rally had like a whole host of daily events, you could play it every day and have a nice variety. And also the clubs in Dirt Rally were cross-platform. I think the new one has cross-platform clubs as well. Well, it's made by the same people, Codemasters. Whereas the old WRC did not have cross-platform clubs. And I'm playing on the Xbox, so, that's kind of important to me. So yeah, there were things about Dirt Rally 2 I definitely liked better. Mostly the daily event stuff. I don't know if the new WRC, I watched my friends play it. I don't know if they have daily events with the new WRC. I kind of assume they do, but since EA took over Codemasters, I don't know, maybe they've, I don't know what they may have changed. I was afraid that because it's EA, that they were going to have like WRC 23 and WRC 24 and WRC 25, but they have decided to instead do the season pass thing where you can get the new vehicles as DLC. So they make more money, but it's not an entire $80 or whatever it is for a brand new game every year. I'm an old retired guy. I have a limited income. I don't. Oh! Now see, that's unrealistic, but that's because I have grass textures turned off to give myself some chance of finishing the AI. I mean, I was gonna say beating the AI. I got no chance of beating the AI. And I'll say again, for those of you watching after the fact on YouTube, if I apologize for, normally I don't like to pause a race in the middle to read chat, but I think it's important feedback. Make sure I don't miss on this occasion. You're special! I didn't catch your name, sorry. I gotta read the chat, I didn't read the user ID. Shout out to, you know who you are, who's on stream. Shout out to you. Oh, professional streamer here, folks. But understand how special you are. I'm willing to pause a YouTube video just so I can read your feedback. So if you come back next week, well, like I said, I'm going to probably take a week or two off. But if you come back next Saturday stream I do, then you'll get to see, hopefully, what Rims is like. If you haven't played Rims. I'm hoping, I've got to test it, so I might do a test stream without actually having it chopped up for YouTube. Just to test to see if the career mode is something that's worth doing on YouTube. Because if I'm going to do a YouTube series, I want it to be like a whole series of videos. You can binge if you want. SnowRunner. I have a SnowRunner series going, which I play on Sundays, and I release every day at noon U.S. Eastern Time, which is 6 p.m. Oh, sorry, U.S. Central Time. I don't remember what time zone I live in. Noon U.S. Central Time and 6 p.m. UK time. SnowRunner series runs during the weekdays. I stream it on Sundays. So I'll be streaming it tomorrow as of the time I'm streaming this. And in that game, you know, you can do a whole playthrough. So it's a long-running series that I'm doing in SnowRunner. And that's the ideal type of YouTube video series I would like to do. Most of my streaming, almost all of my streaming is for dual platform. I stream it on Twitch and then I post it on YouTube. Occasionally, once every season, I'll do a marathon 12-hour stream. Mid, spring, summer, fall. And those I play games that I don't do on YouTube, but most of the stuff I do on YouTube. First Saturday of the month, I do Dirt Rally 2 Official Club on Saturdays, and in that case, I usually, just the official club wouldn't fill out a whole stream, so there's content there that I just do for fun on stream. Quickly checking to see if there's more chat. I see one more message here, but I'm just about finished, so let me get finished. You have news about this year's event? Maybe. I'll try to read your user ID. Those of you on YouTube can read the chat as it goes out, so you're more caught up than I am. Oh, that was... I buy everything on sale, so I got this on sale. I'm certainly not disappointed I have it. You know, I like tooling around the open world on this game and stuff. But I'm very frustrated with the career mode. And since I buy everything on sale with my reward points, I'm not at all disappointed that I bought the game. I'm not disappointed that I streamed the game, because I wouldn't be playing it if I didn't stream it. I almost never play any video games without streaming them. But I am disappointed that I would not say that these videos are bingeable like my Dirt Rally ones or my Snow Runner ones, or even my Civilization. I play Civilization 6 couple streams a week, and they're published during the weekdays at 6 p.m. U.S. Central Time. It's Central Time. If you want a conversion, say Iowa time, because that's a lot easier than saying Minneapolis. Michael Dunlop won and broke the record. Nice! Mike Dunlop, sorry about that. Okay, oh wait, gotta read the... No commentary playthroughs. Oh! So you're a Twitch streamer, are you? Nice descriptive nick you got there. So let's see. I don't have a let's try to do this. User action. I don't have a mod. I never have a mod for this game. There, give you a shout out. Assassin's Creed. Okay. Yeah, if you give me a shout out half the time when I raid people, it's gonna be Civilization 6, and the racing fans are gonna be like, Civilization 6? What's that? Anyways, yeah, I didn't even look where I finished. I know where I finished. Let's get rid of this rain, and then if you're watching on Twitch, do not go anywhere. I'm gonna take just a 2-3 minute break and come right back. If you are watching on YouTube though, this is gonna be the end of this YouTube episode. So Twitch, stick around. YouTube next episode will be the next weekday at 12 noon U.S. Central Time. I've got one eye open and one eye closed because that helps my brain remember. So next YouTube episode, noon U.S. Central Time. No, noon UK time. Yeah, noon U.S. Central, 6 p.m. UK time. Oh, this is such the worst sign-off I've ever done. Anyway, Twitch, stick around. YouTube next episode. Either way, I will see you then.